won.
We did it.
Hey, I'm smart this time.
Well,
Let's
not go that far, okay?
I won't fuck it up again.
When you're home, we're in your head. Lock the doors and close the blinds. Turn on your TV. Turn off your mind.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. That's all you get out of me. Hello.
That's it. Okay.
All right, episode's over. Have a good day.
Damn. Why are we always doing these like such fast episodes? Like
I think we should do more.
This week's super fast episode.
Well, welcome back, everybody. We are Soul of a Gamer.
Yes.
I'm Scott.
And I'm Steven.
And every week we come at you with a game that we play and we tell you about it. But this week we're doing something a little bit different.
Yes. We're trying to jump on some of the trends of doing draft shows and shit.
We're drafting.
And we need more time because we're playing a really long game. So
Yes. So we'll do this every once in a while just to like give us an extra week to play a game if we play like a bigger one that's like 30 plus hours, which this game kind of is.
Yes.
So.
For sure. So yeah, I guess, do we just get right into it or do we talk about our last week's game and stuff still?
Well, we really enjoyed last week's game.
We did.
If I can remember what it was. I just listened. Viewfinder.
Yes, Viewfinder.
Viewfinder. That one was really fun. That one I'm really hoping to get some more stuff in the future. Hopefully maybe a DLC or maybe a little bit of a sequel.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
I'm hoping for a sequel.
Yeah, a sequel would be nice, but I'd be okay with DLC too. I think DLC is kind of riding down with these games. Like, no one wants to do DLC anymore, which I think is really strange.
Yeah, because I love DLC a lot of the times.
Yeah. It's just easier because you're already used to the control scheme of a certain game, and then when you make a sequel, that control scheme changes quite a bit. So,
well, and some games do DLC extremely right, like some of like the Spider-Man games or the Remnant games in particular. Like,
and some of it do them extremely wrong, like the Halo
and
2.
Asura's Wrath and
Asura's Wrath did it right. They just did it wrong at the same time.
Yeah.
Don't gate the ending, but if you want to put more onto the ending, I'm okay with that too.
That's fair.
Like, I don't know, that's cool, but the big one, Halo, when they did DLC back in the past, they just added new fucking maps. No new guns, no new anything else, just new maps. So is that really DLC to say, we added a new map for you to play on?
It's multiplayer DLC. So...
It is, I guess, but it's just not as good.
No, it's not.
No, but I still paid $9.99 for it, so I guess they won. So.
Seriously.
All right, well, let's jump right into this draft and get it going.
Yeah. All right.
This is not going to be your standard episode, so guys, if you don't want to listen, that's fine. Just join us next week for our next week game, which is...
That is Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines.
Wrong.
Vampire Bloodlines?
No, wrong again. Wow, you suck. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines.
That's what it is. Thank you. I am dumb. All right.
Give us our first category.
We're going hottest male video game characters. And I will let you start this one off. You get the first pick of this one.
Okay, so my first pick's kind of weird, guys. I'm to defend this one.
Okay.
I really like the default Commander Shepard.
Okay. Yeah,
like the one that you don't have to do anything with. It's like the best looking Commander Shepard. I just think it looks. He's got that nice little like 5 o'clock shadow. He's got a lot of ruggedness on him. He's got his hair cut nice and short. There's no bald spot. Like, he's a good looking guy.
Fair.
He's not the most muscular, but he's muscly enough.
True. For my first pick, I'm going to throw out one that we both kind of actually did fall in love with, and we both picked in a dating game. I'm going with Matt from Dream Daddy.
No. There's so many hotter characters.
But he's so precious.
Yes, his personality makes up for his Because it's all the people in Dream Daddy. My only problem with picking anyone from there, it's really hard because they're all meant to look really attractive.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
so-
But that's also the point. They are all extremely attractive.
Yeah, they're all like muscle bound and fucking amazing hair, and
Yep.
like, even the fat guy is like he looks good with his shirt off. He's one of those fat guys. Like, fuck you.
But yeah, and I hate those kind of fat guys because I don't ever feel that way. I
Yeah,
see a
no.
little bit of my stomach and I'm like, instantly, I feel ugly. I'm
Yeah.
not attractive anymore.
As you should. As you should.
Fuck off. We're not fat shaming on this episode. All right, what's your second pick?
My second pick is actually. So I went with Karth Onasi from Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
again, he's got that rugged. I think I just like that rugged look because he's got that
That'd be fair.
that 5 o'clock shadow yet again. He's got amazing hair. His upper body. Now, as old as that game is, they didn't do a great job. His upper body looks pretty built if you just
Yeah.
like take off his clothes and stuff. So I
You
think
just
he's
get him naked.
yeah, he's a good looking
Right.
dude. He's got a lot going for him. He's got an insane past. So you even like take
Yeah.
into account their past and say, holy shit, you're hot.
I mean, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, I am going to throw out Geralt of Rivia from the Witcher series.
I like that one. That's a good one.
I mean, don't even get me started on like the Henry Cavillness of it all. I mean, he brought the character to life in a way that I never expected.
Yeah.
But
No, he's
Geralt of
gone.
Rivia, I know, so sad. The character just I don't know. I really like the white hair. I really like that kind of rustic swordsman,
Yeah.
badass look. His eyes are cool as shit. Like, yeah, just awesome character. Fucking love it.
I agree. All right. Well, my next one, John Marston.
John Marston.
Red
is that,
Dead
Red
Redemption.
Dead? Yeah. All
The
right.
original Red
You
Dead
really do like
Redemption.
your rugged men.
Though he is the most rugged. He's not even built. There's nothing like amazing about him, but he is like, he's like raped a cow or something. Like, but he's got this ruggedness about him, like this insane ruggedness that just makes you just like, holy shit. I'll take a second look at that.
Okay.
You can tell he's lived like a pretty hardcore life. And all he wants to be is a simple farmer.
Fair. I mean, he's good looking dude. I have to agree with that pick very decently. All right. I'm gonna go with Cloud Strife.
Okay,
Final
okay.
Fantasy. Especially if we're going Final Fantasy VII Remake.
No, it's original Final Fantasy. He looks like a triangle with a blockhead.
Fine, still works. I've always wanted that hair. I love the whole sleek black look. That hair is so fucking killer though.
Did you say sleek back?
Sleek black costume.
Oh, I thought you meant the hair. I'm like, his hair is yellow, isn't it?
No, yeah, it's white spikes or yellow spikes.
Yellow. They're all yellow.
Yellow.
All right, my last one's a pretty obvious one. It's obvious for the name. Handsome Jack.
Borderlands.
Yep, Borderlands 2 and the Borderlands, the sequel, prequel, or whatever it is. I like Handsome Jack a lot because I think he's a good-looking dude. Again, rugged. He's got that 5 o'clock shadow going on yet again. He's got a lot of good features, even though he's an insane psychopath.
Fair. I am going to do kind of a weird undercut pick that I wasn't really expecting when I first put this list together, but Chris from Until Dawn.
Okay. The one who's in love with is it
With
Ashley?
Ashley, yep.
Yeah, Ashley. Yeah, I
He's
could
the
love
most stand-up guy in there.
it. Except
I
for
really
the part
like...
where he didn't he do something shitty?
No,
I thought he did.
because he was
now.
asleep when the sisters originally were.
Yeah, because he was
had
drunk
pranks.
with the brother
Yep.
because they were best friends.
Well, I mean, you could be a dick and not save Ashley and kill Ashley.
Yeah,
And you could be a dick and shoot Ashley later. So you get a couple of different opportunities to kill Ashley in the game. But if you don't take those options, then he's a stand-up guy all the way through.
yeah, I guess that's true.
I mean, I can't think of anything you did. Maybe I'm forgetting something. Maybe I have my rose-colored glasses. Because, I don't know. I just, I really dig his vibes. I love his, like, goofy personality. I feel like I'd mesh really well with him. And we'd be really best of friends.
We'd be best of friends. Okay,
And just give each other blowies after playing a Halo set, you know?
Fair. All right, I stuck this to 4.
Fair.
That's kind of my idea for these ones. So
I put a few extras in a couple of these categories, so I won't go over every one of my answers. I'll stick to as many as you have or whatever.
all right,
But
pick your favorite ones, I guess.
Yeah, I'll pick my favorite ones out of these because I threw out some extra ones in case there are some duplicates. I always try to avoid duplicates a little bit. So
Gotcha.
All right, I guess on to our next question. What is the worst game you've ever played?
So this one, I tried to stick it to games that I've definitely played and couldn't beat because it was so bad.
Oh, okay.
So my first one is Superman 64.
Okay, fair.
I couldn't do it as a kid. I tried going back when I was in my early 20s, and I couldn't do it then. So
okay.
That game is just a giant mess of bullshit.
In that same logic, Amnesia: The Dark Descent for me is one of the worst. I know I'm gonna get probably a lot of hate for that one. I know how beloved that game is. That game is a just permanent ambience of stress without any buildup, without any payoff. It's just stress. It's just tension.
Just stress.
That's all it is. It's tension and wobbly cameras and barely any scares in it. And it's really good at building tension, but that tension just never does anything, and that kills me with the game. And I couldn't even play it myself because of the fucking camera sensitivity. I'm such a bitch to fucking horror shit, but
All right,
I'm a little bitch boy.
My second game, Sonic the Hedgehog 360.
Oh,
so this is a game that is, I think everyone agrees, is probably the worst Sonic game of all time. I think this is the introduction of Silver.
Oh,
I want to say, like, the story is really cool, but at random points in the game, you can fall through the world and just keep falling and falling and falling, and it never ends.
Just a buggy mess.
Yeah, it's like a giant game filled with bugs, and the gameplay's not that fun.
Damn, that sounds awful.
Another game that I got pretty far into that one, but I could never beat it. There's a whole part where it's like you're playing as Silver, and you have to just, like, they do this thing where you can't stop running. So it's like you're avoiding obstacles like in the original with the extra levels.
Yeah.
But the obstacles you have to avoid and also use your powers to avoid them, and your powers are second. It got really fucking annoying.
Okay.
And I couldn't get past that.
Fair enough. For me, I'm going to throw out a game probably most people haven't even fucking heard of. It's called Chronos. It's in the same world as the Remnant series, and it came out after all the Remnant DLCs came out, and it was kind of like a prequel game. This game tried doing something completely different from the entire other two games. Didn't do any of the same style of combat, any of the same style of game. It didn't work. It sucked to play through. It was boring as hell. I didn't care about the story. My wife and I tried playing it together even. That didn't help it. Like, even bringing in my favorite person to play video games with didn't make the game enjoyable. Like, it's just shit. I have nothing to say about it, which sucks because I love that franchise so much. And that franchise is one of the best shooting games I've ever played in my entire life. But that game just balls. Just balls.
Lame. All right, well, I'll give you John Wick Hex.
Oh, damn.
So this game, again, guys, you heard us all shit on it as much as we did in the episode, but I mean, this game still has a permanent black mark on me just because I couldn't finish it. Like that game is just, it was the most boring experience you'll have past mission 3. I just really wish that game would have been better, but man, did it suck playing through it.
I mean, I will give you that. The game definitely hits a downfall so hard. We both talked about it.
So hard just to keep even caring about it after that downfall.
Fair. Another one I'll throw out there. Billy Hatcher. This is a game I also didn't beat.
Beloved game, boo.
This game was a buggy mess for me. This game was a game that infuriated me so much. This was a game that I just refused to beat. That was one of the first times I actually just like said I'm not gonna play anymore. Like,
Yeah.
I usually try to make it through every game that I start. I know there's a ton of games that I've started and never finished, but like this one, I never want to even try to go back to. I'm never gonna touch this one again.
I loved Billy Hatcher.
It had interesting ideas, but God, it was frustrating.
Yeah, it's a Sega thing. It does amazing jobs like making a game and then not perfecting the game.
Yeah.
Those are the two things they do.
Fair.
All right, so this one's going to be weird, guys. OG, don't get me started with all your bullshit messages about how this is the best series ever. I don't give a fuck. OG, original game of Call of Duty.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know how many times you've heard of the original Call of Duty.
Barely.
Yeah, literally, because it's garbage. It's literally, they took Medal of Honor and they said, we could do that too. Except they didn't do it well. Medal of Honor is an amazing fucking game. Like, you play Medal of Honor and you just like, holy shit, I feel like I'm there, even though this game is like 20 years old now. Call of Duty, I never felt like that. And Call of Duty didn't start getting good until Modern Warfare really just like took the spotlight for it.
Modern Warfare blasted that franchise into
it really did. They got
that's why they're sticking
idea,
with it again.
Yeah, whosever idea was to start the Modern Warfare beat, that person deserves the fucking CFO of that goddamn company.
Yeah, seriously though. I mean, World War II one also saved the company later. I will give that guy that much credit too. Because...
Well, so and like it all starts with Modern Warfare though, right?
Yeah, it does.
I think that's 05, 06, but original
Something
Call
like
of Duty,
that.
I want to say it's like 03 or 02. And it's not good. It wasn't a fun game to play. It's not Medal of Honor, guys. I'll tell you that right now. It's not fucking Medal of Honor.
My last one I'm gonna throw out is DNF, Duke Nukem Forever. You listen to our episode, you are not surprised by this.
Beloved game.
Bullshit is beloved. Maybe the other games of the franchise might be beloved, but this one's not beloved by anybody. This game sucked to play through, struggled to get through. Buggy.
It's just another one of those games where you get bored halfway through and you're like, I really don't even want to continue.
The most boring combat ever.
Yeah.
I just didn't care for this. Nothing about this game excited me except for the few times I went,
Dick. He said,
yeah. Oh, cool. I get a slap a tit. That's really entertainment. That's what I want in a video game.
That's what we all want.
So yeah, I guess that's our list for those ones.
All right, on to the next list.
All right. What game has the best mechanics?
This one is hard because there's a lot of games that like duplicate mechanics. So it's hard to like find original games that do some interesting stuff within the game that make it so much different than everyone else. But my first one's actually going to be a brand new game.
Okay.
Pal World.
Oh, okay.
So this game has probably the best mechanics of all time. You know, it's that beautiful combination of Minecraft and Pokemon, which we already got in Minecraft. It was a mod for Pokemon, but it's not nearly as good as Pal World.
Okay.
Like, it is so insane how good that game is and how beautiful the mechanics can be. Just like the jumping, you get to fly, you get to ride them, you build shit out of nothing. The collection's really fun. Like, it's just an interesting game.
Okay. Fair enough.
I think maybe it's one we add to our list eventually.
Fair. I do have another Pokemon-like game on our list coming up soon too.
Nice.
So for me, my top answer, this is also a very recent game. This game I was excited for this game, hyped for this game, but I was not expecting it to be this good. Lies of P. This has some of the best weapon building mechanics and combat I have ever seen in a game. Every sword and every weapon you get in this game, you can take apart the hilt and the weapon itself, the blade, and you can swap any of them together. So you can have any sword handle with any blade, and it's fucking amazing. And the
Sounds
way they
like a
perfect
blacksmith's nightmare.
Dude. True, but doing this, and I never thought, like, we love Alice Madness Returns for the dark retelling of a beloved story. This is the best version of Pinocchio I will ever see. Like, my God, this game just perfected combat for me. I love this so much.
Nice. All right, well, What is that? Oh, my second game. This is probably one of our favorite games that we played. Lost in Random.
I had this on my list too. Damn it!
Yeah, it's such an interesting. I don't know. It's such an interesting concept. Like using the cards, getting the decks, like being in combat was interesting. The outside and collection stuff was interesting. Like the world building was interesting. The game, everything felt supernatural and smooth as you were going through. Like it was just such an amazingly built game that you can't give it its props for it.
It felt like a tabletop game that you controlled in a lot of different ways, and even like the tabletop elements in this were amazing, and you're playing with dice and cards as your combat with intertwined with your actual combat. It's insane. It's so brilliant. Like
amazing game. Just like nothing could beat out that game for how good it was.
Fair.
And I debated putting that into another category later on, but I decided not to.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. For me, I think my next choice is going to be Spider-Man 2. The traversal and power system in this game, traversal system mainly, the traversal system in this is the most fun I've ever had. I am a huge component of fast travel in games. I complain and bitch and moan when there's not fast travel in games, where the fast travel is very few sporadic points that suck, like in Red Dead Redemption 2. But for me, like, I didn't fast travel until I would like randomly decided, oh, I wonder what the fast travel is like in this game, because they had some like fun cutscenes in the first one. And the fast travel, you can travel across the map in less than 3 seconds. Like the load times for it's insane. Like it's wild. I've never seen load times that fast. But I never used it again after that. Like it just traversal is so much fun that you can just, that's all you need to do in that game. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
All right, fair. All right, well, my next one is Psychonauts 2.
Ooh.
I just liked all the stuff that you were able to do. It's the same as Lost in Random. Very amazing mechanics. Everything felt really smooth, so very similar.
Okay. I'm going to throw out a kind of fun indie one, too, with Inscription.
Ooh, I love that one.
I think the deck building and puzzles in this game are amazing, like second to none. Like I've never played a deck building game that I've loved more, that I wanted to see through the end more, and it's a game that I come back to. Like it's
I've never been more sad in a game when I didn't get to shake someone's hand.
Seriously.
All right, my next one. So this one's an interesting one, and it's my most favorite RTS of all time.
Ooh. Okay.
Medieval Total War.
Oh, okay.
I think this game really changed the scope of what an RTS is going to be like in the future. And it really did, because every medieval Total War game since then has been wildly successful. Okay. And this one was just like the original one that everybody loved. I can't name a single person who played this game who didn't like it.
Fair. That's
just
fair.
Yeah. If I had to pick between Age of Empires and medieval Total War, I would pick medieval almost every fucking time. So
I might have to try that, because I've only ever played Age of Empires.
Yeah, it's 100 times better.
Okay. Last one for me. I'm going to throw out Grounded.
Okay.
It's a amazing survival mechanics with base building. I think it's a perfect mesh of Monster Hunter and Minecraft. Yeah. Honestly. The way
I agree.
You craft the materials after fighting certain creatures and animals, and like you kind of take that with a grain of salt a little bit, but it's just the combat mechanics in this with the guards blocking and perfect guards and parry system. I was not expecting the combat to be such a like high learning curve, and each level of like power system in that game, tier 1, 2, and 3, is astronomical skill levels to be able to fight those monsters, and astronomical amount more of like power and builds you have to build up to even fight those higher level things. Like the power and scaling system in that game is second to none. I think that game is brilliant. I almost 100%ed it recently, so I'm gonna 100% it hopefully this week.
Just wait until you play Pal World, and then your opinions will change.
All right.
No, we'll have to get on and play Pal World together. It's actually a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm down.
All right, we'll move on to the next segment.
All right. Best original song for a game.
I think you and I are going to have the same one, and that's okay for this one. We can both have the same one for this one.
Okay.
This one's so good, it deserves props on 2 lists.
Are we going to say it at the same time or something?
We could try. It's not going to line up well, so go ahead and say it.
Night Trap!
Night Trap! Nothing else that you can do, Night Trap! It got so fucking good. That song changed my life. I'm not going to lie. That song has been a permanent staple of me just like every once in a while saying, like, I'll even go to my band sometimes and go like, hey guys, how would you feel about covering Night Trap?
Oh my god, that'd be so fun, dude. That would be so great. I'd love to hear that shit.
They denied the shit out of it, but I really want to do it.
Of course they did. I'll do it with you.
Oh, it's so good. It's such a good fucking song. They perfected songwriting in that fucking game. And that game's a shit game in comparison to a lot of other games. They just had the best of all, not the best maybe, but one of the best of all time songs in a game.
I honestly want to see that game get
remade?
A movie adaptation.
Oh, that would be cool. It's already basically a movie.
Do it as an 80s rated R cheese fest movie.
Yes.
Like, do it as bad of a 5th or 6th Friday the 13th kind of B-rated horror movie.
They have to keep the one scene they have to keep in there is the Night Trap scene.
Yes.
That's 100%. The only scene that they have to keep.
Yeah.
In. Everything else can change.
No,
I don't give a shit.
I want to keep the entire story. I want to keep it as stupid and ludicrous as possible.
Well, I think it can be stupid, but they can change stuff. But that's the only thing they're not allowed to change. It's the Night Trap scene.
Don't make it so the audience is controlling it or anything like that. Unless you do it like Bandersnatch, like Netflix did, like a choose your own adventure thing. Then you could do it.
Yeah. All right. Well, let me jump right into my next one. Now, this one's a weird one. I bet you've never heard of it.
Okay.
It's called Keep Your Head Up.
Keep your head up. I don't think
it's in the game Jammer Lammer. Or sorry, Jammer Lammy.
Okay.
I hate the name of the fucking game. This is like the first pseudo Guitar Hero game.
Oh, okay.
But it was all original music. It was a sequel to like another game this company made. It was like a rapping game.
Okay.
But this one, it's got some of the funniest lines. It was the 21st time that he broke my heart. It was the 80th time I had fallen apart.
Nice.
It's like it's a fun fucking song, and I just love it so much every time I hear it.
All right. My number one choice besides Night Trap is going to be Lost Woods from Zelda, the Zelda franchise. Lost Woods is just my favorite song. The dubstep remix of that song I listen to so often. It's ridiculous. Like I just, that song just hits. It's so nice. It's so kind. It's so warming, and I just love it every time.
Oh yeah, well I'll one up you right now.
All right, do it.
Something that I guarantee you're gonna say is a better song.
What's that?
This is your moment.
Damn it! I was gonna say that right next. I was gonna say that one next. Damn you.
Still Alive. Like, of course you have to do Still Alive in there. That song just, I don't know. It's just such a good way to end a game, and that one was perfect for what they were doing. The lyrics are fun. The fact that it was just so fucking good is so nice.
True. I'm so mad that you took that one.
It's amazing.
All right, my next one, I'm actually gonna go with the Halo theme, Halo 2 theme.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that idea. That's one that when I was a kid, I used to have it on my iPod.
Yep, I did too.
Yeah, because that was so much fun.
And every time I see it on TikTok or anyone doing that stuff, I love it so much. I think it's amazing.
Yeah, it's probably one of the most like hair standing on the back of your neck songs of all time. You're like, I know what's about to happen. Right there every time.
Well, and I mean, even the
yes, but as soon as it breaks down into the does, everyone's like, I know what's going. We're about to fight some fucking aliens.
It's too good. It's just too good.
It is. All right, well, my one, you might remember this one, you might not. Lost Cause.
Lost Cause.
Yep, it was a song. I don't know if it's original for this, but Elliot Page at the time did his own version of the song for the game Beyond Two Souls.
Yeah.
So, and I really did. I enjoyed that fucking song
That
so
was a
much.
really good song.
It's such a sweet song. Like, I don't know who originally wrote it. I tried to do some info looking up on that. And that one just really like, that's a moment in the game where you can just stop and appreciate and then maybe cry a little bit because you're just saddened by what's happened to this character in the game.
Dude, I'm mad I didn't even think of that. Because
God,
that's
such a
seriously
great
such
one.
a beautiful moment. Like,
Yeah.
man. All right. My next one, I'm going to go with, this might be cheating a little bit, Metal Hellsinger. The song No Tomorrow, featuring Serge Tankian. That's his name?
Yeah. Okay. I don't know what that is.
It's System of a Down.
Oh, nice.
So this is it's a rhythm-based game with a full metal soundtrack. It's fucking awesome if you like rhythm-based shooters. You have to shoot on the beat. This one kind of sucks a little bit in the game, and I kind of stopped playing this game because the only way to hear the entirety of the song is to have your combo up. So at a ×2 multiplier, you hear just like the guitar. ×4, they had drums. ×6, they had bass. ×8, they have vocals.
It's a little annoying.
Yes. So and so it sucks that you'll be like, oh, the vocals are really amazing, and then you'll get hit, and then it'll go back down to just guitar, and you're like, fuck, I want to hear the song.
I don't want to be perfect.
Yeah. So, but I do say that song is really fucking awesome, really awesome metal hit, and if you're a fan of Surge, you know his voice is wild, so it's just awesome.
All right. Well, let's, I guess, go on to the next part since we both did Night Trap for our first one.
Yep. Sounds good to me.
All right, go for it. You go
All
first.
right. Ooh, okay. I'll go first on this one. So
Go for it.
the best story in video games. For me, these are the stories that I've probably replayed some of them I've replayed the most, some of them are just ones that I just absolutely love. I think I have to say The Last of Us is my all-time favorite story.
I figured you would.
I don't know if I could really ever say anything else. This is the first time a story in a video game like impacted me emotionally ever. I'd never cried in a video game before. This game is just so beautiful in so many ways and so dark and so true to humanity and how things would be, and the best zombie game I think still ever made. And yeah.
All right. I went with Knights of the Old Republic 2.
I'm not surprised by that at all.
So the second one was just so much better than the first one story-wise. Just so many more
Fair.
like you feel like you're losing even when you're winning.
Okay. I
So
still
it's
haven't
just-
played the second one, so I still have to play that.
There's a lot of deep in thought moments where you're like, why am I even doing this anymore?
Damn.
Like it's just it's an interesting game for that.
Okay. All right. Next one for me, I think I am actually going to go with Spider-Man. Sony's Spider-Man. My God, this is one of my favorite iterations of the character ever. I love this story. I love that we actually get to see a Peter that's been Spider-Man for a while. I love that we get to see an amazing turn of emotions with like Doc Ock and betrayal like I've never seen like this, and it does relationships so more realistic than I've seen most other video games depict them. I absolutely just love everything about the story, and my first two games on here I've both replayed at least 3 to 5 times. Last of Us, I'm on my 7th playthrough.
Nice. All right, mine is GTA 4.
Ooh,
This is actually my favorite GTA story of all time. I love the main character.
A lot of people say that. I have to play it.
It's so good. It's such a phenomenal game. But the story is just beautiful. It's you know, it's got your typical GTA bullshit where you're like, go break this guy's fucking neck so he can pay me my money. But then there's beautiful moments where you realize you're doing it all because your wife was killed by a Russian military guy that you want to get revenge on. And the entire point of the game is the revenge. And then that's the least important part of the game when it comes up to it. Like, it's just so interesting.
Fair. All right. For me, I didn't even put this up here earlier. No, I'm gonna go with Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. I think this is one of the best depictions of mental health issues. Best just insanely intriguing story with characters that you really grow to care about. Characters I've never felt more in someone's shoes than, with the immersion of making you hear voices. This game really is just a breath of fresh air in a sea of a lot of the same kind of games, because a lot of times, like, everyone comes out with Battle Royale at the same time, everyone comes out with a zombie game at the same time. This is a game I haven't seen anything else like it, and I am so stoked for the sequel, and I think the story, depending on where they go with it, could really become a great franchise if they branch off and do amazing things.
Okay, well, my next one is Mass Effect 2.
I'm not surprised by this either. I knew you were gonna have one of them on here.
This one had the absolute best story of all three. I can't explain how good this story was, but man, was it good. It's probably one of my favorite games of all time.
My brother-in-law Michael, I think he agrees with you. He always says Mass Effect's his favorite franchise and favorite stories of all time. It's the story he probably played the most. Everyone I know who's played through the story say that it's some of the best stories ever. I can't wait to actually finish the trilogy. I need to do it at some point. I know I'm falling behind, but
yes, you are.
Yeah. Next, I actually think I might choose a game you brought up earlier, Beyond Two Souls.
Nice.
I really love this game. Wasn't expecting to like this game as much as I did. I didn't really know much about it going into it, and man, this game hit hard in a lot of different ways. It's got a really brilliant and brutal and touching story and some amazing characters, and I just really loved everything about it.
All right. My last one's going to be Skies of Arcadia.
Okay.
The story of this game is just so intense and insane at all times.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it's like
you keep talking about this game. I have to check this one out too.
One of my favorite games of all time. One of the best games of all time. It did not get the necessary props it deserved.
I thought it was really gimmicky at first, and I just didn't even touch it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel like I maybe missed out.
It's amazing.
Okay.
Amazing. All right, well, next little thing then.
Games that we wish got a sequel, a remake, or both. And so I want us to kind of clarify what you want out of these two. Do you want me to go first again on this one, or you?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, I think both of us are in agreement with this one. Sleeping Dogs.
I agree. Yeah,
100%. I want both. I want a remake and a sequel. I think this game fell under the radar so hard, got washed under by so many great games, and this game is just a masterpiece.
It's like it could be a better version of GTA if they upped some of the driving mechanics.
Yes. Like, this game could be something extremely special, and it could be something that might actually compete with it better than, like, Saints Row did if it got the love and support it needs.
Yeah. My one, of course, Knights of the Old Republic 1. It just needs a remake. It needs a remake for sure, because it's been around forever and it's never gotten one.
Well, there was a planned one, but it got canceled.
But on the other flip side of that, it needs a proper sequel.
True.
1 and 2 were both great, and then they did the Old Republic, and it just completely ruined the fucking story. I'd love for them to scrap that whole storyline and come out with a third game that's just a much better game.
Okay. I can see that. For my next pick, I'm going to do Dark Souls 3, and I just want a remake.
Yeah.
I think with some of the other, like the first Dark Souls and Demon Souls getting remakes, I think this isn't something that's too far out of the limelight. Dark Souls 3, I think, is still probably my favorite From Software game. I think it's just, as far as scope and just beauty and bosses and it's a system that doesn't make you or force you to like dodge or parry. Like, you can play this game without it, which a lot of the other From Software games that I don't like force you to play those ways. So this is probably the best one for that. And I just seriously, just everything about this game. I've replayed this one 7 times. I want to go back to it again, just talking about it.
Nice. All right, well, I'm gonna go sequel, Lost in Random.
Oh,
needs a fucking sequel.
Yes,
needs a fucking sequel.
Seriously though,
one of our favorite games needs a sequel already. Please, guys, please be working on it. I don't know if you are. Just do it.
Well, and seriously, and then to come out of EA, like, I just need them to.
I know,
more.
right? For anything good to come out of EA, man.
I'm gonna throw out a deep cut RTS game with it's a game called Populous, and I don't mean like the Super Nintendo Populous. I mean the PC Populous that came out years after that. This is a game where you play as Native American tribes, and your shaman leader. You have to kill the other tribe's shaman leader is basically the goal of the game, but it plays out just like a Age of Empires or something plays out. But eventually in the game, your character, your shaman, becomes a god at the end of the storyline, and you get to basically like use all your spells and powers from anywhere on the map and just wreak havoc. And it's so much fun, and it's a great storyline, and I really enjoyed playing that. It was one that I used to play with my family a lot. I think it would be fun to replay that one as a remake.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to give you a weird one, too. It's another deep cut.
Okay.
This one, it's never been remade, but it needs one. Dragon Ball Z Budokai.
Oh, hell yes.
It needs a remake. We need to go back to Budokai, guys. Bring it back, please.
Yes. I hard agree with that one. I'm gonna throw out one that I know you're probably gonna disagree with so hard.
Probably.
Banjo-Kazooie.
No. It's
want,
fine sitting in the trash.
I want a remake with the caveat that I want an actual boss battle at the end.
No, you have to spend 7 hours on a fucking board game.
Nope.
That's the beauty of that game.
But I do think it would be a fun one for, like, if Toys for Bob did. Like, they did such a great job with Spyro. I bring them up a lot. I think I would love for them to do a remake of this.
Yeah.
It'd be fun.
Yeah, I agree. That might be good. And you never know. Remakes sometimes outshine the originals.
Yeah.
So.
Like with the Resident Evils recently.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Like 100%. Mm-hmm. Mine's going to be, again, Skies of Arcadia. I think this game, again, it's another game that's just been around forever that has not been touched upon.
Fair.
So they need to get, I don't know if they're currently making it. I keep seeing like flashes of news confirming and then denying and then confirming and then denying again. Yeah. So it's hard to say, but they really should get on it.
Fair. Man. Let's see. I kind of want to say, I think I'm going to go Star Wars Battlefront 2. And I mean like a proper remake.
A real
remake with the conquest modes and stuff intact.
Yeah.
I think that was some of the most fun I've ever had. I played that a lot with my brother. Just fucking loved doing that. That was one of the best game modes for a Star Wars game. And it was so much fun. And I wish I could have that again. And
maybe not have a huge ass level up system that gives you extra shit that you probably don't deserve or need.
My caveat with this is I would really hope that they wouldn't do the exact same things that they did with the other remake they did do for this game, which was not great.
Yeah. Still fun, just not as...
It is fun.
Not as fun.
I just want a actual remake of this game.
Yeah. Okay. Well, our next little thing is hottest female characters.
Yes.
We're probably only going to do like 1 or 2 or 3 more of these, so we're close to the ending of this. But hottest female characters. All right. This one I know Steven would agree with me if he had played the game, and when he does, he will 100% agree with me. Okay, when you actually play Mass Effect 2, you will understand Miranda.
She is. I almost put her on the list because I did start the game.
Okay, she is like the best person to romance. Like,
she's so hot.
She is. Yes, she's made to be beautiful. That's her thing. Yeah. Like, she was invented in a test tube to be beautiful. That's literally her whole background story. So of course she's gonna come out the most beautiful character in the game. It's just really funny.
I mean, you're not wrong. My number 1 pick, I think I am gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Tifa Lockhart, Final Fantasies series. I think she's just total bombshell, gorgeous bartender. badass. Like, I just love everything about her. She's fantastic. She's an awesome character, super strong character. Totally respect the hell out of her. Love the fuck out of her.
Nice. I'm gonna go with Chloe.
Chloe.
Life is
Oh,
Strange.
okay, yeah.
I really
okay.
like Chloe is probably one of my favorite characters of a video game all time. She's not only like really pretty, but I love her punk attitude. Like,
Yes.
she's great. I hope she's 18 because I really don't know what age anyone is in those games. But
Hey, the game ages with us, so you're saying Chloe now, where she would also be.
yes, now she would be a mom
Yes.
with 3 kids and not any blue hair. But
It's
you know
kind of
what,
like
that's fine.
when I said I used to have a crush on Victoria Justice or something back in Victorious. It's like, yes, she was a high school, but I was also a high schooler back then,
Yeah,
so it's
yeah,
fine.
It's fine. And these aren't real people, but
Yeah.
And I love the character or the person who does
Fair.
her voice too. To be fair,
Yeah.
so
All right, that's a really good one. I wasn't expecting that one. I'm gonna go Black Cat from Spider-Man
Nice.
franchise. I love Felicia, especially in the new games. She's such an awesome character. She's so seductive. She's just
so seductive.
she really is, dude. Man, she is. She's really cool. I love her like playful, flirty attitude. It just is awesome. I would love that. And I love silver hair or white
Yeah.
hair. It's so sexy.
All right, mine. You're gonna be mad.
Okay.
Of course, I have to choose Laura Croft.
Damn, she's on my list.
Yeah, she's got playing
Especially
her
the remake.
Yeah,
Lara
remake.
Croft.
That's the only one I'm talking about.
Yes.
So they did just such a good job in like encapsulating the beauty of this person
Yes.
while she's literally covered in blood. And I'm like, holy
Yes.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like covered in blood, covered in mud.
Yeah.
She's so attractive. no
Yeah,
matter
just
what.
being, I don't know. It's hard to like play from the third person's perspective with her because you're just staring at her ass the entire time. You're like, why am I doing this?
Dude, and the voice actress for her is hot as hell in real life too.
Yeah.
And her voice, it's
Yeah,
butter
sometimes
to
a
your
voice,
ears,
Miranda's
dude.
voice too. Like some people like talk really well, and you're like, oh my god, I wish you could just talk to me all the time.
I'm melting right now. Like, catch me, read me all the stories. I just want to hear your voice all day
Yeah.
long. Like, she's got a voice that's almost like Morgan Freeman-esque.
All right, you go with your pick.
All right. I'm gonna throw out kind of probably a surprise pick. I'm gonna throw out John Ron from Far Cry 6, and I know it's one I don't think you played yet.
I haven't played Far Cry 6 now.
She is the ultimate Hispanic badass, and man, my wife and we both fell in love with this character. Like,
Nice.
we called her our girlfriend every time. We're like, oh my god, I'm doing a mission for my girlfriend. And, like, she's so funny, she's so charming, she's so amazing, just so fun to be around. They did do right by her. Spoiler alert. They fucking killed her, and me and my wife are both seriously so pissed. And I want DLC with this character because she's
Bring
the
her
best part
back
of
to
the game.
life.
I love this character. She's amazing.
All right. Mine's a weird one.
Okay.
It's a weird one, and you know who it is, but it's not like the most popular game. Natsuki.
From I'm trying to think of this. Fuck. Is this Doki Doki?
Yep.
Oh, okay,
so
yeah.
she's the little rambunctious one who loves manga.
Yes.
Yeah, she's my absolute favorite character. I was debating Sayori too, but I was like, no, Natsuki
Damn
was
it.
so much fun.
I didn't
like-
even think of someone from that game. I
Yeah,
probably should've.
Natsuki was just like the ultimate. It's a dating sim, so of course, like it's meant to have attractive
Yeah.
characters and all that crap. But like Natsuki was the ultimate date, and I'm like, I kind of wish that game would have just been a normal dating sim, so I could have
Fair.
ended up with Natsuki at the end.
Sure.
But it's fine. It's fine.
Fair. For me, my next pick, I'm between between two right now, and I don't know which one to pick. I think I'm gonna have to go with Ciri from The Witcher 3.
Okay.
Again, it's the white hair thing, the cool eyes. She's such a powerful and awesome character. I love the romance options with this character. Just the character that I fell in love with in the game. I think that she is in a lot of ways a better choice than Yennefer. Yennefer is also very attractive. So is Trish. Don't get me wrong. But I think of the three, I think Ciri's my like pick most of the time.
Okay. I don't think you have a romance option with Ciri in the game, do you?
There are.
Oh,
in
really?
In the Witcher 3.
I'm surprised because they're like a father-daughter relationship at first in the
It's
books.
weird. Yeah, because the games aren't as much adapted from the books.
Okay.
And yeah, I was weirded out when I was watching the Netflix series because I'm like, wait, they have a father-daughter bond? Like, I just fucked her in the game. That's weird. I don't know
Weird.
here.
Well, in the books, it's very different, clearly.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Let's do a weird one. How about best sports game?
Okay, yeah, let's do that one. All right. Ooh. Damn, this one's hard for me. I think I'm between two for my top, but I'm probably gonna have to go with Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2, especially
Okay.
the remake.
I hate it, but okay.
I think it's the sports game I go back to the most. I think it's just a lot of fun. It's just a fun, easy one to jump into, play a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to do my first one as Madden 2012.
Okay.
That was my absolute favorite Madden. I think that's the Madden with, what was his name? He was the Browns running back. That might have been 2011. I don't exactly remember which. The 2011 one I remember was, no, this 2012 was one with Adrian Peterson, I think, on the cover.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember the Browns running back one, but I think that was 2011.
Okay.
So 2012 is Adrian Peterson, I believe, or Tom Brady, one of the two, probably.
Yeah.
And just that game had the best running back mechanics in any Madden fucking game ever.
That's fair.
You
I do
could have
remember
like
that one.
You could have like 5,000 rushing yards in a season because it was just so much fun.
All right, I'm gonna throw out an random pick here. I'm gonna go with NBA Street Volume 3.
Okay.
I loved the Street games when they came out. I think some of them were so fun. Playing with characters like the Beastie Boys were characters in this one,
really?
I believe.
Nice.
Yeah. It was so fun doing like street basketball with these like power dribbling moves and these like power slams and dunks and all these like crazy alley-oops and just the most ridiculous fantasized basketball. And that's what I wanted to play. I was like, this is chaos. And that's another one that deserves a remake.
Yeah. My next one's going to be Retro Bowl.
Oh, okay. I've never
That's
played
probably
this one.
This is one of the best sports games probably of all time. I actually this game is really addicting. The games are only like I want to say like 5 to 10 minutes long.
Okay.
And it's football. It's like the old style retro football from the early 90s, but it's so much better. Like they did such a good job creating a game that was just so much fucking fun.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Based off of my last pick, this one's not going to be surprising. I'm going to throw out NFL Street Volume 2. Seriously, playing this in like alleys and stuff, being able to jump off of walls and stuff for the catches,
Yeah.
wall run, lateral it to another wall run, jump alley-oop into the end zone, like fucking what the fuck? Like it's so ridiculous.
It's parkour NFL.
It's amazing. It's awesome. Like I love these games, and they were just like both of these games are 3v3s.
Yeah.
So it was just really easy, and it's a really good game, like a sports game to play with friends too, because you could just go one on a team, or just have a group of 6 and do 3-on-3.
Boo, Steven. You're choosing the wrong ones.
I love it.
If we're going to choose any NBA game, we're going to choose NBA Jam.
Oh, that one.
Of course,
love Jam.
Of course, we're going to talk about NBA Jam here. We're going to talk about our 2-on-2 with giant fucking heads.
Come
play-
on and Jam.
Yeah, it's just such a fucking fun game. Sega Genesis, they made the absolute best game with that. I used to play that with my friends all the time.
I had it on the Super Nintendo.
Oh, gross.
It's still fun.
You might as well have it on a shit system. Well, the Super Nintendo... God, that would have been... You were playing that in 8-bit when it should have been playing in 32-bit. That sucks, dude.
Probably, yeah. Or Super Nintendo 16?
I don't remember. I think
I think
Super
it was
Nintendo.
16.
Either way, Sega Genesis, I'm pretty sure was 32.
Yeah, I don't doubt that.
Oh.
All right. My next one, I'm gonna go with Roller Drome.
Of course you are.
Dude, that game's fun, dude. I know you loved it too. This game's
Yes,
just got
so
amazing, amazing mechanics. I wasn't expecting. I was debating putting this on the list because it's not just a sports game. It's also got the combat.
Yeah.
But I do just really, really thoroughly enjoy this game, and I think it's a very unique game. And I love that too. It's a whole new sport we've never heard of before. Like, give us more of these. Why don't we have just random sports that are nothing? Like, who cares?
I'll see you one that you're going to agree is way better.
Okay.
Backyard baseball.
Backyard baseball was fun.
It was the best as a kid. There's nothing more fun than going home, getting on your computer, starting up backyard baseball, and just like saying like, I'm the Brooklyn Dodgers today. Like that
Fair.
shit. It made your childhood amazing. I loved that game to death. That was one of my favorite games of all time.
Okay.
It really made you appreciate the love of baseball at that moment in time, and now everyone hates it because the rules make it just shitty.
Fair. Next one for me, I think I'm going to throw out Need for Speed Carbon.
Okay.
Street racing game. I think that's probably my favorite of the Need for Speed games, but I know it's kind of blasphemous for a lot of people. A lot of people say Underground 2 is the best one. I do love Underground 2, and it's my number 2 pick for sure. But I think for me, Carbon, with a lot of just like the bigger world and the more things you can do, and just it kind of did elevate everything just a tad bit. I do love just everything about it. Besides the customizing your vehicles isn't as strong as it is in Underground 2, but the racing is way better in Carbon.
Okay. All right. Well, let's do one more, and then we'll call this an episode.
All right.
You get to go ahead and pick the last one.
Ooh. Okay. Let me look through here. Let's go with the best characters ever.
Okay. You mean our favorite game characters?
Yeah. So
I don't get to judge who the best character ever. I can just say who my favorite is.
fair enough. Bad wording. I mean, yeah. For me, I think my number 1 has to go to Ellie from The Last of Us.
Of course it is. Boo, boo.
I love her character.
At least you didn't say Joel.
I knew you'd be happy about that.
If you said Joel, I'd be like, you like a weird pedophile guy.
He's not a pedophile.
He might be.
No, don't.
You only know the moment you played with him in the game. You don't know his childhood.
God damn it. Okay, I assume he's not, based on his character that I've seen. Okay, I think Ellie, she grew up with the worst of times, and she still came out to be an amazing person. I love her development, especially developing into the second game where you see her get to build a romance and actually get to see her actually have some semblance of a life. She got the shit end of the stick throughout most of her childhood, and I just resonate with this character a lot, and I love her story so much. And it's a tale where she learned the hardest lessons that all of us had to learn, and you get to see it in the most beautiful ways.
Nice. All right, my first one is someone who changed everyone's lives in a good way.
Okay.
Master Chief.
Fair. Okay.
Of course
fair.
you have to put Master Chief on that list. He doesn't even say anything. He's your silent protagonist, basically, and he's just one of the best fucking characters they ever made.
He talks.
Barely. Very barely. He doesn't have... But he doesn't have to. Like, that's the thing. They made his character so heroic that his actions serve bigger than his words do.
True.
No?
Fair.
Yeah. That's
All
me.
right.
It's mine.
I'm gonna go next with Max from Life is Strange.
Ooh, I like that one. It's a good one.
I love her character. I think she's such a great friend. She tries to be there for everyone. She realizes a lot of things. She does a lot of things with dealing with friendships going away and going after your dreams and then dealing with really shitty situations, and every aspect of this character and the way you get to choose to play her, like, she's just such a genuine person from everything that I could tell, and I just love this character.
Okay. My next one's going to be Kyle Katarn.
Kyle Katarn, I don't know if I know that one.
There's no better Jedi than Kyle Katarn.
Oh, okay.
He's a guy from the game Jedi Knight, Jedi Outcast, Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy, the Dark Forces, I believe. Those were all him in those games. Like, he's just a character who has been around forever, and his characterization has always been amazing. Like, it's fun because he's not like a shit Jedi who's like, no love, no romance. Like, there are points where he's like, pan that camera so I can fuck my girlfriend.
Oh, Jesus. I've actually never played that game, any of those games.
All the games are great, and Kyle Katarn is probably one of the most enduring characters you'll ever play in your life.
Fair. Okay. For me, I think my next one I'm going to say is... I'm going to go Miles Morales.
Okay.
I think Miles Morales, especially in Spider-Man 2, the character really shines after stepping off from his own game. This character is just amazing, and like, I love what he does as a person. Like, he started liking a girl who is deaf. He learned sign language, and he's like almost fluent in sign language in the second game, and there's a lot of like sign language in the second game that's really fucking cool. This is a person who exemplifies Peter's beliefs more than anybody does, even better than Peter does sometimes, and he saves Peter's ass time and time again, as well as saving everyone that Peter cares about. And he just is a true Spider-Man, and someone like me who loves Spider-Man more than anybody, I think he's probably one of the best and most truest of Spider-Man.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to say Alex Chen.
I'm trying to remember.
Life is Strange, True Colors. That character, the character they made in that game was just so fucking amazing.
Okay.
It's just an awesome game, and the character really does shine outside the game itself.
Okay.
I would love to see a sequel with that character as something new.
Okay. That sounds all right. I might have to. I do still have to play that one, so
it's
I'll
so
play
good.
it soon. All right. Next one for me. I think I'm actually going to say Little Miss Fortune.
Okay.
I think this character is adorable.
She's
as
dead.
hell. She's so fantastic. She's so innocent. She's so adorable. She's so fun. I love the shit that comes out of her mouth. Like,
it's vomit sometimes. So
only typically after taking drugs or
yes.
eating something bad. She's just such a great and fun loving character. Like, she's a character to me. Like, a lot of people love like Anya from Spy Family for the same exact reasons I love Little Miss Fortune.
Okay. Well, my last one's gonna be Conker.
Oh,
Conker's Bad Fur Day. Conker was just such a fun character. I loved his one-liners. I loved the game itself, but the character really just shined outside of that game's parameters, and he did so much that he broke the entire game and made the developers make a new game. So
that's fair. I have to admit, he's a good character, and he's funny as hell. Like, he is. That's another remake game.
Yeah, they should do, but they'll never do that.
They'll never do it. No. It wouldn't work. Yeah.
No.
All right. I guess, is that all of it for today?
I think that's it.
All right. So we will do this again once we get to another long game. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we will be putting a lot of these segments individually on TikTok and stuff, so check us out there. Want to also say, remember to check us out next week for Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines?
Yes.
Boom. Did it.
All right, guys. We'll catch you next week. Bye.
Bye.